Welcome to Driven by Janelle, the podcast where passion meets power and women take the lead on two wheels. What drives you to ride?
We are here today with Shanna Salivar, and we want to quickly shout out Jet City Harley for allowing us to record this podcast here today. So thank you guys. So we have Shanna Salivar here. She is the founder of Litas of Snohomish and a true example of how riding can change your life. After raising her family, Shanna reignited her sense of adventure and community through motorcycles. What started with a borrowed helmet and a non-running bike has grown into a mission to empower women riders across the Pacific Northwest. Her energy, leadership, and love for sisterhood are unmatched. Let's dive into her incredible journey. So thanks so much for coming on today.
Thanks for having me.
So I would just like to ask people, just tell me like a little bit about yourself and what brought you into the world of riding.
Well, it was during COVID and we all wanted to get out, right?
Yeah.
And so that's what I did is I went and took the class and dropped the bike on myself, trying to park it, and decided this is absolutely for me. So I started there.
That's telling. You drop a bike, you're like, yes, let's do that again. Maybe more time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, how was the class though? Like your experience?
The class was really fun. To be able to go and not know anything of what I was doing and borrow the bike from the instructors, they walk you through really, really step by step, basic how to start the bike, how to keep it upright, how to not drop it on yourself. And, and so once I got to the end of that day, I knew that no matter what, this is what I was doing.
That's so cool.
And so this was the beginning of that adventure.
And had you ever ridden before that?
Just dirt bikes, like my brother's dirt bikes or things like that. Not really anything like this.
Yeah. And so after that, you were like, okay, this is it. What was your first bike?
My first bike was an 80 Yamaha Virago that I wrenched to life.
Okay, yeah. So tell me about that. How'd you do that?
So after I got it home, I traded something for it and had it trailered home. And so I would get the kids all dinner, get them all situated in bed, and go down in the garage and just keep wrenching. You've got Google and you've got friends you reach out to and brothers and send them pictures. I'm doing this. Is this right?
Wow.
And you just keep doing it because the good thing about mechanics is you're going to know it works when the bike starts. So, it's a pass or fail kind of situation.
Yeah, just right then and there.
And I was bound determined to, I didn't want to invest a lot of money into it and things like that. I was bound determined to just make this bike run and see what happened with it and see if I really loved it, which I did.
Yeah, that's so cool. So you traded something for it. It's so cool. So you just found it like on...
Like Facebook Marketplace, I think, or OfferUp, one of those. And I was like, hey, you interested in trading?
Wow, that's so cool. And then, how did you know what you would need to even start working on the bike? Like, did they tell you, okay, well, these are the things that might need to be fixed or?
No, I went in really green. I have some basic mechanic knowledge from working on vehicles, growing up and continuing throughout my life. So I had the basic knowledge, but bikes to me just felt very intimidating. I didn't know where to even start. So you start with one part. You just start with, okay, let's see, what do we need? You need ignition, you need fuel, you need certain things to make it run, and you just go from there.
Okay. Wow. Well, you definitely dive right in. I'm in awe. You're definitely that's amazing. So you fixed up your very first bike, like the first bike you had.
Yep. And I just babied myself going around the neighborhood. I was scared. Anybody who says that they are not scared getting on a motorcycle is lying, because you are putting no cage around yourself and sitting on top of fuel.
Yeah.
So, I went around the neighborhood a lot. We have some very steep hills, and you always have kids and dogs. So I really believe that slow maneuvers is something that's so important for people to master first. Going fast is easy. It really is.
Yeah.
Going slow is not. And that's where you need your control.
Yeah. Yeah. And so after you took your course, I guess, how did you get up to like really being comfortable on the road? Was it going around the neighborhood? Was it riding with other people?
It was all of it.
Okay.
So, I started looking at ways to network. Okay, so I know I can ride with these guys, right? My brother or things like this. But I really wanted to just, have that camaraderie and be able to, there's got to be other women out there that are just like me, don't know much, but want to know so much more.
Right.
And so reaching out, social media is a great way. You see these women on bikes and you see them wrenching their own bikes and you're like, hey, so, and you just start asking questions and talking to people. And that's when you really start to learn and open your eyes and see other things.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing. And you seem very outgoing as well. So that helps, especially during COVID. It was so isolating. So
it was. And for people that are, a little more social, it was hard because you want to interact and just share the good and share all the fun things.
Yeah. Yeah. So just reaching out to people and being able to connect. And so I guess, when you got comfortable on your bike, like, is that when you decided to start a group or?
No, I just decided to just go for it. So I, looking for different groups, the MC world was really not, I've been exposed to. It's not really where I wanted to be. I just wanted girls to go ride and have fun with. My husband does not ride. So I didn't want the pressure of that either. I didn't want the pressure of being hit on or whatever, or uncomfortable situations when I just want to go have adventures. And for me, starting out being so new, it could be very scary to go very far. That's where finding the Litas and being able to start the branch and have these other women to go further distances with that, no matter what, if something goes wrong, like you're not going to be alone on the side of a freeway. Because once you start riding, that is never, ever the place you want to be as a female. Not at 3 o'clock in the morning, not during the day. So to have that safety net and then to be able to share that safety net with more and more women riders, now I've been able to go anywhere from being on taking over Hood Canal Bridge with an amazing leader at the front to one-on-one rides in the neighborhood with ladies that are afraid to leave their neighborhood. Because, I've had them reach out and it's amazing. I love that so much because I didn't have that. I didn't have that to just be like, hey, you want to go ride? I want to try to go this far. And so to be able to share that passion and share that confidence with other women. One of my favorite moments is literally we did a safety class and I used one of that bike that was the first bike. I used it as a way for women to pick up the bike at the safety class. So, and there was actually one of my friends that through the Litas that she dropped her bike months later in the middle of an intersection. And that is the most scary thing in the world. And she later told me, I heard you yelling at me. You can do this. You can pick up this bike. And I picked that bike up and I got out of the intersection. And for me, any damages that happened to my bike that day, just dropping it and letting people pick it up, were worth that one person being able to feel confident that it was okay. Because scary things happen to us when we're on bikes. And, anything we can do to take the scariness out and to help other people, like we carry first aid kits, we carry trauma kits. That's not something people carry in their car. They don't carry a tourniquet. We do. Because they've been used, So for me, that's why I ended up finding the Litas and wanting to have that support closer to home. So it was for me, kind of greedy like that. I wanted more friends to ride with.
It's okay to be greedy.
And so that's kind of where we went.
That's very cool. Very cool. And so, and I'm new to the motorcycle world and
Love that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, finding like women motorcyclists and I'm glad I found you guys. But I mean, how did you start it and what is it? And for anyone who's watching who may not know, if you can just describe it, when do you guys meet up? Like, how do you
So the
join?
Litas is, it's global. It's a global collective. It really is not anything like an MC or it's what you make it. So if you are an outgoing person and you just want to ride all the time, you're going to be posting rides all the time. Hey guys, come ride with me and let's go do that. For us, we try to have one meeting and one ride per month. And then we fill in a lot of the gaps with lots of other things. We do a lot of joint rides with other branches that are local as well as not local. And you really can just show up at a meeting. You don't have to ride. You can just show up and say, hey, I kind of like motorcycles and I'm interested. And I'm going to hug you and say, welcome, let's talk. Because, the motorcycle world is so intimidating in general. You look like you have to be this big, scary biker. But that doesn't have to be it. My favorite time on a bike is waving at kids and having them sit on my bike. So, being goofy on rides and things like that. So for anybody to be able to just walk into the Litas, it's come and go as you please. If you want to show up at a ride, cool. We're going to make sure you're safe and we're all going to stick together and, do everything we can to have fun. And if you show up at a meeting, just want to talk, learn more about motorcycles, we're happy for that too. Because the more people that we share the knowledge and share the passion with, even if they never get on a bike, they're going to look for us on the road, which makes us all safe.
Yeah.
So, and I really wanted that. I wanted to be surrounded by strong women. I wanted to learn from them. I wanted to have their knowledge pushed off on me and anything I can share with them. For me, a lot of times it's really just that welcoming personality, because that was a huge hurdle to me 5 years ago. Is just showing up at, somewhere and going, how do I say hi?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Shanna.
Here. Yeah.
I just started saying, hi, I'm Shanna. and that's the easiest way to break the ice.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's one thing I feel like the motorcycle community is pretty welcoming. I mean, it's, because you're all, not risking our lives, but we're all getting on a dangerous.
We are risking our lives. We absolutely are.
Together. Yeah. Risking our lives together. So you kind of have an understanding of just, no matter your background, kind of understanding of that.
And a respect. It is a lot of work.
A lot of skill. I think people see motorcyclists, as I did before I started riding, and I was like, oh, that's easy. I don't know why I thought it was easy. It is a huge skill. You're risking your life. You're having to navigate all these other people who don't know how to drive. And
they're on their phones. And you have 900 pounds between your legs.
Yeah, there's a lot, like you said, and fuel. It's very dangerous.
Yes.
You would not sit on top of like a gas tanker. Nobody does that.
But we do.
We do.
We do it and we choose to.
Yeah, going at however fast on the highway.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's definitely, definitely a whole different world to kind of dive into. And then talking about safety, I guess, like, how do you approach safety on the bike? You kind of talked about it, but how do you approach safety on the bike? It sounds like you always ride with a first aid kit, but how do you approach it?
I do. That's something that just we do. And when it comes to our rides, in Snohomish, we are from the beginning, we wanted a standard of keeping everybody safe. You're going to have everybody from skilled riders that have been riding for a million years, right? And riders that literally took the course and just left the neighborhood. You're going to have all those same people on the same ride. So it's really important for the ride captains. We usually have skilled riders and we do positions. So we'll have the leader in the front and we'll have somebody, what we call a sweep, in the back. And those two people communicate to make sure the whole pack stays safe and that we get through the intersections and that we all make it back to our original, our stopping point. There's been times where we've had a ride of, 30 plus bikes, and one of the bikes decided to not work when we stopped. Well, we used duct tape and a straw and we got it working.
You guys are so handy.
But the lady, it wasn't just me. Ask Sarah about that one tomorrow. Okay. But we chose, the lady chose that she was going to ride it home, and I chose to follow her all the way home and leave the ride, because that's exactly what we do. because that's what I'd want.
Yeah.
I would want to know I made it home safe. And so, I mean, on a lot of our rides, we all text each other too. Everybody home safe? Did we make it home safe?
Yeah.
Because our level of safety, you show up at a ride, you're going to hear what we call our safety meeting. We're going to tell you really loudly, if this happens, this is what to expect. If this happens, this is what to expect. Here's your hand signals. How do you use them? Just as a reminder too. Because that also helps everybody start fresh right there. Doesn't matter if you've been riding forever or you know nothing. Everybody just got to a same level, right?
Yeah.
And safety expectations were given. So, there's things that we do as leaders to make sure that happens. Carrying trauma kits, carrying tools, making sure we have, husbands or family ready with trailers to come get something. We make sure that if somebody has to pull off, if somebody's not feeling well, if somebody gets stung by a bee, all of those things happen on the road.
Yeah.
And to have that safety net for people to make them feel comfortable and share that, and then they just pass it on. Because as Snohomish Litas took off, we started in 2020, right? We had to meet in the mall food court because that was the only public place you could go. And to go from that and been able to share all of this, what we do with the safety meetings, what we do at every ride, what we do with anything, it's filtered over to other groups that are not Litas in Snohomish County. So, there's other groups that they now do the exact same thing. They do the safety brief in front. They will stop a ride if there is people not acting accordingly. And I love that because that makes it safer for all of us.
Yeah. You guys are definitely spreading the awareness and spreading the safety throughout everyone, and just that community. Like, I'm so glad that I'm glad she made it home safely with duct tape and
A straw.
Like, they have mechanics and engineers in the group. That's amazing.
There is so many different skilled people. Look at yourself, right? You're going to be on a bike. Nobody's going to know what you do. I'm on a bike. I'm just a mom on a bike, right? But I'm not just a mom. I'm a mom. I'm a sister. I'm a daughter. I'm a wife. All these things, right?
Yeah.
And then professionally, I'm something completely different.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what you do when you're on that bike.
Yeah.
Because
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
You need to be safe. So that's amazing. So when you started Litas Snohomish, did you think it was going to be this big, or
No.
what was your, what did you think? And then
I thought I just wanted friends. I wanted friends to ride with. I wanted friends to talk bikes with. I wanted to ride other people's bikes. I wanted to try new things. I wanted to go to new places. And I wanted it just for me. Because you see, motorcycles, it's just for me. It's not all those other titles. It's just Shanna that rides the bike. Me and the bike and the road. And that's all I have time to think about.
Right. That's amazing. Well, it's not weird, but it's when you come from a place of such, you're genuine, like you just want friends. Now you have lots and lots of friends.
I'm so thankful because then I get to meet great people like you guys.
Yeah. And so I guess, what is it for you today? I mean, I imagine it's still friends, but what is it for you today?
It's that story. I'm always chasing the next story. How somebody helped somebody else. How you said one little thing to somebody like, "You're new, stay in the left lane, go in the left lane." Because when those cars pull out, they don't see you. So get in that left lane. It's those stories about one little thing you said to somebody that changed their world.
Yeah.
Right? It's that one person that said, "Oh, I'm too old to ride a motorcycle. I'm level 48. Come on now." Nobody's too old to ride.
Yeah.
It's never too old to learn anything.
Yeah.
So now for me, it's about the passion to help more women do what they want. If it's motorcycles, great. If it's something else, do it. We have one life. Sometimes we get round two. And I may be on my second round. So I gotta make lots of memories and fun now.
Just gotta do it. Well, I mean, I want to say outside of Litas, but like, how has it been for you as like a woman writer? It sounds like with Litas, you have a community, but if you ever go out riding by yourself, or, what is your experience been? Going to a dealership, or people see
So
what is
many
that?
different things, right?
Yeah.
I'm a woman.
Yeah.
I'm a woman who kind of knows what she's doing. When
think you do.
when it comes to
Mhm.
otherwise I'm going to ask. I'm
Yeah.
going to network.
Yeah.
I've met some amazing motorcycle builders, and being able to reach out to them and ask.
Mhm.
But when you come into the motorcycle world and separate from the Litas, really, it can be so just intimidating. You walk into a dealership, and some dealerships are amazing. Like they meet you out in the parking lot. Hey, what are you riding? What's you doing? And then there's dealerships that walk in and you're like, hi, like, can you show me this bike? Like, can you tell me about it? And the more we're out there, the more we're making friends at the dealerships, the more we're all questioning things, the better it is, because you're walking and going, no, you're going to show me this bike.
Yeah.
This is the bike I've been looking at.
Right.
Let's go.
I came here for a reason.
Right.
Yeah.
And so Litas gave me confidence to feel like, no. I know what I'm doing. Like, I'm learning. We all are every day.
Yeah.
But and in the motorcycle world, you could show up at, Sturgis, right? That's huge and overwhelming. But there's plenty of other motorcycle shows. There's plenty of other motorcycle things to do that are smaller.
Yeah.
And the community is so welcoming. I volunteer at different events just to meet people and have fun and to get to see it. So I recently got interested in choppers. And so I volunteered at the Invitational Chopper Show that is sponsored by One Ton Magazine.
Yeah.
Went down to Olympia, just showed up. I was like, hi, I want to help, and helped them out and got to learn so much. And everybody was so welcoming, even though it was,
Yeah, even
I knew
you
nobody.
don't have a chopper.
I don't have a chopper.
Yeah.
I've never ridden a chopper.
Yeah.
Hint, hint. I know people that could let me ride them.
Let's go. Well, we might take a pause for one moment because we don't have a camera. So the chopper the rallies this summer has already happened. There's another.
Oh, there's a bunch coming up. The rally in the valley too.
Yeah, that's what I've seen online. Out in the valley. I think the choppers are so cool looking. Because I don't know, they're
cool looking.
spectacular. Like the handles and
But they are definitely you should probably know how to wrench on your bike a little bit, because things, you're chopping up things and putting things together like Frankenstein. So things go wrong.
I'm just so amazed that you learned. Like you just did it. You weren't afraid to break. I guess if it was already broken, you're not.
You can't break what is already broke.
That is so cool. Like because me, I was like, I don't know. Because me, I think I'm afraid to I've already dropped it. I'm afraid I'm going to drop it, and I don't know.
We all drop them.
It's not fragile. It's not like it's gonna. If it breaks, it can be put back. It was put back together once. It was put together once. It can be put back together again. It's like Humpty Dumpty, maybe. But yeah, I'm still so amazed that you just did that. Like
you could too. Yes, you can.
Try. I can't. So I haven't even put my engine guards on my bike because I'm like, I don't know.
That's okay. You have friends now to help.
Okay, well, yeah.
We do shop nights. We'll go in the garages and hang out and help each other.
That would be really cool. I've been trying to set up my garage as like a motorcycle garage.
Nice.
It's like I'm going to get like my whole tool chest and all that, but I'm like, I don't really know what I'm going to do on the bike besides wipe it down.
You start with one thing. Yeah. You start with installing something. You start with putting a cup holder. You start with a phone mount. You end up tearing apart your engine because you're like, wait, I can do this.
I need this to go faster.
I want this to go faster.
Yeah. I feel like I'm going to start maybe like changing my oil.
And we do classes too. So we'll do, maintenance classes,
Yeah. Do you guys do those like all the time or?
Usually like once a season.
Okay. No, I think I would totally be interested in that because I don't know how to. For me to I feel like you approach motorcycling the way your personality is. Me, I'm a very timid, prepared. I like to see everything ahead of me and know what's going to happen. And then I anticipate all the risk. And then I prepare for all those things. And then I go. that's just so I'm like, I want to do maintenance.
But
I
you
want to
see,
do,
that's the type of people I learn from, because also you will set out all your tools that you need. You're going to have everything prepared.
Yeah.
And
for things you don't even know about.
Right.
I think we just need to have that.
And that's amazing, because I learned from that too. I'm like, oh, I didn't even think of like making sure it was all ready to go instead of having to dig in the toolbox 50 times.
I just thought people would jump in, because it's like I've been trying to learn for a few months, and I'm like, I can ride. I'm just I'm like, I don't know all the scenarios yet. So
You're not going to know.
I know, and that's
You're not going to know. You're going to learn.
That's the problem. I don't know the scenarios. So,
But that's the thing about motorcycles, is that unfortunately for you, you have to let go.
And yes,
And just be in the moment. And it's going to be so freeing, because I'm going to tell you, 5 years ago, I was like that. 5 years ago, okay, I need to make sure all my gear's on. Did I check my tires? Every single thing. And then I'm like, okay, you get on that road, and when you start feeling confident, you let it all go. Yeah. You let it all go, and you're just there.
I have a shot. I've been trying to let it go. I'm like frozen, but I'm frozen because I won't let it go. But yeah.
It'll come. You don't have to force it.
I will try.
It'll come.
Working on it.
I will tell you, I still smile when I ride half the time.
Really?
You know, and there's so many times, even coming here, there was a bunch of construction, and I got my booty kicked off the bike, because you're just going over bumps, so I got, but that's what it's all about.
Yeah. It's the experience, the journey of all of it. Yeah, I get that. I'm getting there.
But it's your journey.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it at any pace but yours.
Yeah.
And you do it your way. You don't have to do it my way.
That's true. Yeah. Everyone does it so different. So I admire people who like jump in. I just admire that so much, because
I admire people that plan it out a little bit more.
Well, together we'll have the perfect ride. You'll be like, let's go over here. And I'm like, okay, think of it.
Okay, wait, let's plan it out.
Let's go. Yeah. So that'll be perfect. So, you mentioned, in addition to just being a motorcyclist, obviously you're a mom, you're a wife, you're a sister. Does that influence you at all, especially just, I guess, being a mom on a bike?
110%, 150%.
Yeah.
I've had women look at me and go, you're selfish.
Oh.
You're risking your life.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what? I risked my life and had a colonoscopy and died.
Oh.
And was brought back. So guess what? You can do it too. Walking across the street, having a medical procedure. I'm choosing to live just a little bit harder.
And to live, like truly live, not live with caution, not live in fear, not live.
And I will tell you that I had the conversation with my children. I do it every year. And my husband. Is this still an okay thing? Are you still comfortable with me doing this? Because they are my world that I created. And it would be hard, but they know how much it means to me and how much of a passion, and they see the smiles, they see how happy it makes me. They join in when we go out dirt bike riding and doing other fun stuff, and they don't have to be into it. It's okay. I'll cheer them on with whatever they're into.
Yeah. But this is for you. Like it's very much a you thing. And I think, maybe for women, right, being able to choose something that is just for you is a huge thing.
It's empowering. It's empowering. I think before COVID, I kind of had just do everything, right? Be the mom, go the places, do all the things, work, do all the things. And then we all had to stop and think about things. And I remembered, like, it's okay for me just to be Shanna. Like, I don't have to be all those things when I show up for motorcycles. I'm just Shanna.
Yeah.
And that was really important for my own self-growth.
Yeah, sounds like it. And, it's a very tangible thing. Like you're getting on the bike. It's a very tangible, this is me thing. This is just for me thing. You can feel it. You have the road, you have the wind. It's a very stark reminder that this is just for you.
And, I take as much precaution as I can. I wear the gear. I check my bike. I make sure that if I do not feel okay to ride, I don't. Even if that means that there's a big, huge ride going across Hood Canal and I really want to be there, but I am not 100%, I'm risking other people too. not just myself. So I have that commitment to myself and my family that I'm not going to. If I'm not 100%, I'm just not going to ride. And unfortunately for me, that meant that the last year I didn't get to ride as much. So what I did do is I'd show up and, put snacks in people's saddlebags before they took off, or did lots of other things I could do instead of ride, because that was what I needed to do for me. I still wanted to be there in the community. I still wanted to empower people and help encourage. But I knew for me personally, breaking ankles, break bones, and things don't heal quite as fast as you want them to. So I needed to be 100% and feeling confident and being out on the road with other people too.
Yeah. So you still got to be there without having to you got to be in your own space, in your own time, and it's your ride.
Yeah. And who doesn't want to just go, have tacos with their friends, on a Saturday, even if I drove and they rode. Right?
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. And it's just, you've created a big enough community. And you said people can just come even if they don't ride. So
and it's what you make it. Maybe you just come once a year. Maybe you only see me at Dream Roll, or I only get to see you at Dream Roll.
Yeah. So, I guess also outside of Litas, it sounds like there's just such a large, which I just didn't know, such a large community of women motorcyclists just in the Seattle area. And I don't know if you've been to like other areas. I mean, have you ridden in other areas? Like, I feel like I live in a bubble sometimes, like being in Seattle. I went to like some other states and talked to women riders, and it's just a little different. I feel like Seattle's like really just strongly welcoming, and there's
I agree. So many women entering the motorcycle community. And personally, I do not care what group you're with. I don't care where. I just care that you ride. And coming together at things like Dream Roll or Babes Ride Out, that brings all of us. It doesn't matter what group you're with. You're just here because of motorcycles. And we don't have to have any of that be a part of the conversation. It's just about bikes and having fun together and meeting other people. So I know I personally feel really comfortable just showing up at other groups in the Seattle area, women's groups. And I'm just going to walk up and say, hi, I'm Shanna. I don't know anybody, but you guys ride, and so do I. It's not that out here, for me anyway, I don't feel like, oh, that's just Litas Seattle, or that's Litas Snohomish, or that is Dykes on Bikes in Seattle. No. We're all friends. We're just all motorcycle riders. It doesn't matter. And there's plenty of ladies that just ride by themselves out there adventuring, right? And they may not feel comfortable riding in a group. They may not feel comfortable coming to these things, and that's okay too. It's all our own separate adventure.
Yeah. So exciting. So I guess, what kind of bikes have you had, and what do you currently have? And
today I'm riding a 2007 Harley Sportster 883. She's tuned, so she's faster than an 883. And that's the one I'm going to be riding a lot this summer, because I decided I'm going to, she's going to be my first motorcycle build, where I just decide to go all in and learn lots of new things. I'm going to need to learn how to weld. I'm going to need to learn how to fabricate parts. I'm going to need to learn how to do a few things. And you can be on the adventure with me.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to watch you do all this.
I'll take lots of pictures.
I'll just...
Because, I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay.
But
because I was going to ask how you're doing it, but that's just my mind.
I'm just going to go for it. Like you said, I'm just going to run in and go, okay, let's try.
That's exciting.
Yeah. So one of my mentor builders, his name is Jimmy. He does Revmo coffee out of Olympia.
Okay.
He's also going to be at Dream Roll. Their company is going to be there.
Yeah.
And he told me, because I said, how do you know when to start? What makes me think I could build a bike, or like, how do you even start that? And he said, it all starts with one part. So I decided my Sporty got dinged on the paint, and I thought, okay, I didn't want to do anything yet because it was just such a nice paint job. And then now I'm like, okay, I got a ding, and I got a special custom part from Rhea the welder. So now that's where we're starting.
That's so cool. So you're going to build it out this summer?
I'm gonna probably towards fall.
Okay.
Because we're just going to put some miles on her and
That sounds
mess up the paint job a little bit before we
That sounds great. Yeah, like do all of that
before we strip it.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. And I love how it's like, because when everything's in a perfect condition, I think sometimes it can like constrict you. You're like, oh,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't do this. I don't want to do
Those
that.
bikes out there, all those new bikes, a $50,000 bike, I'm like, I might scratch it.
Just icky. Yeah. But yeah, once it's dinged, you're like, okay, now you got freedom
That's
to
okay.
like do whatever you want. And it's again, it's like it's a mechanical piece. You can replace it.
Right.
Yeah, just got to remember that you can replace it. But that's super exciting. So did you just get this sports gear?
No, I got it. It was actually one of my brother's buddies had found out I rode, and I was riding a Honda Shadow 1100. Love that bike. I still have it. It's up on my ramp because that one I'm renting right now.
Okay.
So I'm kind of tearing it apart and we're do some other stuff with it. And and he said, you know what? I got these two Harleys sitting in the garage. How about you and your sister just buy them? I'll make you a deal. And he made us a deal. There's 2 bikes for the price of not one.
That's amazing.
And she had about 2,000 miles on her, so like not much miles. And yeah, so I haven't put too many miles on her. She's only at about 6,500 now because I've just spread out the love with lots of other bikes. I just sold a Roadstar 1700 that I'd had for like a year or two.
1,700.
She was a big beastie. But the thing is, it doesn't matter how big or small, because I just encourage everybody, get on that small bike. Forget the big ones. Number one, then you got to worry about all the other scratches and other. Number two, like the best motorcycle stunt riders, everything I've ever seen started small, mastered so much of that small maneuver, the small, slow maneuvering that I was talking about. That's where they all started. And because they mastered it so well, like it's no big deal to move up to another bike. Don't ever let anybody say, oh, well, that's just a sporty. I can probably do things on my sporty that you can't do on that 1700.
Yeah, it's so true.
So it is. It has nothing to do with the bike. The bike is your tool. The bike is what is comfortable for you, not anybody else. And, I sold the 1700 because for me, I can ride it. Yeah, it's fine. But was it my favorite thing to ride? No. Okay. Next.
Yeah.
Why? Then let's go.
Right.
Next bike. Yeah. Right? I love my Honda Shadow 1100. That's always going to, that was like, I put a lot of miles on that bad boy. And I'm going to keep him and I'm going to do other things with him. But other bikes I've had come and go because they just weren't what I wanted.
Yeah.
You ride it and you're like, well, my riding style's changed now.
Yeah. How has your riding style changed over the last,
so much.
5 years? Yeah.
So much. I started just going around the neighborhood scared. Oh my gosh. There's a soccer ball. Hang on. And that was okay. Yeah. Because it helped teach me respect for the machine and what it is, so many risks involved. And then now, I feel comfortable jumping on a bike with and just taking off, even though I may have never ridden the bike before.
Amazing.
So the more you just experience those different things. And I learned a lot talking to people, asking them what their favorite thing on their bike is. Why?
Right.
And that's when I learned about, if I change my handlebars, maybe I'll sit better. Oh, if I change my seat, my tailbone won't hurt as bad. Oh, if I put my windshield on, I don't get the bugs in my teeth.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, and you'll be building up your Sportster, so you'll be able to do all of that.
Right.
Yeah, so it'll be so much your bike, which is so amazing. But you mentioned chopper. Are you going to get a chopper one day or?
Well, I was hoping to win one, but I didn't.
Okay. Maybe next year or this year.
But I'm just going to have to make my own.
See, that's so cool.
Just going to have to make my own.
That's so cool. I guess like when your kids are
14 and 15.
Okay. When they see the bike, do they want to ride? Do they like see you and they like get that sense of adventure? Or do you have girls or boys?
Boys. I have boys. And one of them is a little more aggressive than the other when it comes to that kind of thing. And and they have definitely been on the back with me. We've done some really, fun local things. I haven't been as far long distance with them because usually that's mom's adventure. But shorter distances, local, they love being on the back and being able to wave at people because I love doing that. I just wave at people, I'm that goofy person in the video dancing on the bike because
I feel like we're gonna have to get some videos.
I believe there's some somewhere.
We're gonna have to search TikTok. Yeah.
But because they just see how much fun it is, and and they see how much fun I have with it. So they'll get out there with me and hand me tools. They'll get out there with me and help me wash my bike.
Yeah.
They'll get out there and do different things with me.
How cool is that though? Because you always hear about like dads in the garage or like moms in the garage.
For our house, it's mom's in the garage.
Isn't that so cool?
Dad's got the house on lockdown, and mom's out there throwing tools around.
That is so cool. That is so cool. I guess just your overall journey and like being a motorcyclist, what has it maybe, I don't know, maybe learned about yourself or taught you about yourself?
I've learned so much about myself because you meet so many different personalities, right? And we're all products of the experiences in life and the people we've been around. And I've been able to, there's plenty of times where like coming in here, I'm insecure. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just a 48-year-old mom.
That's why you're here.
But then, just getting over that hurdle and coming in and saying hi, I say that it's easy to walk in and say, hi, I'm Shanna, but it's not, right?
You make
everybody, because I want to welcome people and make them feel comfortable too. I want to share my passion for it and my love for it. And so, as much as I've learned and grown as a mechanic, as a rider, riding on different conditions, I think one of the biggest things I learned about myself is it's okay to just be me. And it's okay that I'm the loud one. It's okay that I'm the silly one. It's okay that, because there's the people that are out there that are like, I felt confident because I knew you were going to be loud and it's fine. Like, and if, because I need that too. I need that from other people too. We all need different parts. And I need that calm. I need that, all the tools laid out, ready to go. Because that helps me too. So even though I've learned so much about myself and, you're giving me great compliments and that's so sweet, but I'm greedy because I'm getting so much more from everybody else. I'm getting their passion back. I'm getting, them grow as a person and seeing them go from this, maybe very timid person not wanting to ride the neighborhood to I'm sitting there watching them stunt bike. And I'm like, yes, you did that. You did that by yourself.
That's cool.
So I think the biggest thing I've learned about myself is it's okay to just be me, and people are going to like it, and there's going to be people that don't. I'm going to be too much for them, but that's okay because I'm not too much for the people that really care and matter. And
I think I found I've learned so much about myself just in a short amount of time. But I think you're right because when you're on the bike, you can't be anything except yourself. You can't trust anyone else except yourself.
Yeah.
So all you can do is be yourself.
And you got to trust yourself. And be okay that shit's going to happen. And it's going to be okay.
Yeah. That's amazing. Well, I'm grateful, for you for, doing Litas of Snohomish, for, being just like a leader in women riding. Because you just don't see that many women out on the road and we need you. We need you.
You're so sweet. I just see myself as, just the person that wants to hug people and say, let's ride.
Well, we need that. We need that so much. So thank you so much for,
Thank you so much for doing this podcast and getting it out there because there's so many amazing stories. There's so many amazing stories and they cross over Why? Because that's life.
Yeah.
You surround yourself with good people.
Yeah.
You surround yourself with a good team, right, in life.
Yeah.
And that's what you can do with motorcycles.
Yeah.
And that's what you're doing.
Yes.
Because you're helping build the community so much just by getting it out there.
Well, we're trying, just like you, just trying, and obviously promoting the safety and the community, and just trying to contribute to the world however we can, right?
Right.
So yeah.
Gonna bring light and love everywhere.
Yes, we are.
And fuel.
And fuel. So, yeah.